Welcome to the Rush Show. Today we have a real good show. We're talking about value and how we're supposed to value ourselves. It's important for us to have an understanding of how valuing yourself is significant. It's very significant because if we don't value ourselves, then who's going to value us? So, like I said, we'll be right back. This is the Rep Show. Welcome back. I hope everybody's doing fine. Why is it important for us to value ourselves? Lately I've been talking about this because to me, it's very important that we understand our value. When we don't value ourselves, we diminish every part of our lives. Basically, let me put this in perspective. When you have a car that is, let's say, in 1960s cars, there's a value to that car. How you take care of it or how you abandon it, the value maintains. For example, if you stay in pristine care of this car, then the value is up in the maybe 20, 25, 30,000, depending on the 1960 cars. If you don't value it and just throw it and let the rust hit it and let the atmosphere kill it, basically it loses its value. Like that, it's with ourselves. So why am I talking about this? In relationships, friendships, marriages, it's important for us to understand our value. If you don't value yourself, if you don't value yourself at all, it means that the person next to you is not going to give you your same value. Let me put this into perspective. In a friendship, somebody that cares about you, it's always going to be giving you positive and motivational speaking to you. It's gonna impact you in that kind of way. For example, if you have a friend that, let's say you have a little bit overweight and you're struggling to lose weight, but you start this diet 20 times. See, the good friend will always motivate you to continue and don't quit. And even if you start 100 times, that friend will always motivate you and say, hey, I know you could do it this time. Let's work together. And it doesn't matter how many times you fail. That friend will always have your back. For example, the same way that the person that's not your friend will go and say, you're always the same issue. You're always talking about the same. You're never going to do it. They're always going to contradict you. In a relationship, it's the same way. Let's say you do everything for your partner, for your spouse. It'd be your wife or your husband. And you're constantly doing everything for them. But they're nagging, they're complaining. If you cooked, they're going to complain about the wrong thing you cooked instead of being grateful that there's food on the plate. If you clean a certain way, they didn't like the way you cleaned. That means that person is not valuing you because you're not valuing yourself. I want you to take a listen to this video I got here. And then we'll talk right back after you see this video. Okay?
you. Well, the younger you. How are you doing? I hope you're taking care of yourself and you've managed to achieve all the things we've dreamed of. Did you marry Sally Jefferson like we planned? Wow, I bet you're so happy. I bet things are going great. Are you still going to church? I know you loved Sundays with Grandma. I know you're probably very busy, but I just wanted to say I'm proud of you and the man you've become. Remember to always believe in yourself and put God first. With love, your younger self.
Welcome back. That to me is very impactful. The reason I if you could do this today, if you could go back on your earlier self, what would that person say about you today? That young person of you. If you could go back, let's say right now, if you're in a good circumstance right now, if you're single, if you don't have a partner, I understand. If you do have a friendship, record yourself how that friendship should be taken care of, and then play this 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and see the difference of how you lost value. Never lose value. See, everybody has a value. Everybody has great friends, but you have to value yourself. For us to value ourselves, then the other person will value you. For example, let's say somebody that's been holding you down for so many years, and you don't appreciate that person. Like, for 1 minute, you just decided to just betray that person. How would you feel from betrayal? How do you feel when somebody betrays you? You know, did that person lose the value you had, or did you diminish your value little by little? What I'm saying is, did you cause the breakup because you slacked in the relationship? Did you cause the breakup because you stopped valuing yourself, getting into your own emotions and not worrying about the other person, the way you speak to him, the way you speak to her? See, be very careful. Words have, I understand somebody used to say when you were small, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And that is such a false narrative, because words have the most impactful things in people's lives when it comes to relationships. When it comes to us speaking negative about that person in any kind of way, don't do it. Not to another friend. Don't vent to another friend about a friend. Just an advice. Talk to that friend and vent to that friend. Be sincere. You know, explain yourself. Value yourself. It's important for us to understand that we need to find peace in our hearts. Find peace in what we do. Start working on yourself. Why did I let this relationship get to this point where that person has no value? It's very disrespectful when it comes to friendships, when it comes to marriages. Why did it get to this? It wasn't like this before. And if it did start like that, why did you let it progress to all this? It should have never started like that, because you don't fall in love with a person that's nasty to you, it's mean to you. You don't start a relationship with somebody that you just met and is vulgar to you or diminishing you or belittling you. That relationship never started like that. In a friendship, you are friends because you get along with, they like the same movies, they like to hang out in the same places, they make you happy, you feel joyful. You don't meet somebody just because of how they are nasty to you or how they speak negative about you or they gossip about you. That's how a relationship never starts. A relationship always starts in positive reinforcement, positive talking to each other. So be very careful who's your friend. If you have a friend that talks negative about you, that's not a good friend. We should always be very grateful for who we have around us. See, understanding our hearts, understanding ourselves. Maybe you need to pause for that seasonal friendship for right now. Maybe you need to just push back. Value yourself. See, I'm a Christian, so to me, valuing myself is easy. I seek God, I pray, I read the Bible, I fast. When I'm going through turmoil in my own relationship, I have to step back. I'm glad that me and my wife have an open relationship where we could talk about our issues. And before it was outburst, I used to get angry, put myself in a dark place, not talk for 1 or 2 days. It wasn't healthy. Not speaking to your spouse. You should never go to bed with anger in your heart. And I tell my wife, when we have a discussion, I'm not angry in my heart. Just because we have had differences, I learned how to heal my heart immediately because I don't want to hold any grudges. I don't have any friends that I dislike. If you're my friend, it's because I like you, and I give my all 100%. So I value myself. I know how much I'm worth. I need you to find value in yourself. I need you to find value in what you're worth. So be very, very careful who you call friend. Let's go to relationships. If that person is belittling you every day, if that person is screaming at you, if that person sees your emotions and talks negative, you have to value that relationship. You have to be very, very careful. Go back, step away for a little while, maybe talk to the person, get some counseling. Maybe some counseling because what's been hindering all these years just amounted to something it's not fixable by you two no more. I don't want you to just divorce. I don't want you to break up. What God puts together, nothing should separate. Whatever's bonded by holy matrimony should always try to work it out as much as you can. There's certain degrees to this statue that, it can't get fixed, but there's certain stuff that can get fixed. And if it's belittling each other and speaking negative, you have to consider get help, get therapy. Me and my wife never curse at each other. We decided to do that early in our relationship. I don't like curse words. I believe, and you could judge me for this, but an ignorant mind curses. Why do I say that? Because you don't have the right words to say it, so you'd rather say curse words. That's my way of thinking. That's why I don't, if you're cursing at me or something, I understand that some people just curse just because that's their normal language, but to me, I don't have friends that do that. It just doesn't happen. And they know that, I see that as lack of knowledge. But value yourself. See, I value myself. My friends know that about me. So when they have a dirty mouth, they try to think before they speak to me. So I find my value. So I want you to find your value. Now I have another video for you to watch. This video touches me. It's 3 minutes and something long, but I want you to really consider this. I'll be right back.
Even when my thoughts don't line up. the keeper of peace, and peace is a promise he keeps.
Welcome back. So, as you can see, to me, that video spoke about internal peace. If you don't find internal peace, you saw the value of that friendship, that friend valued the other friend, very emotional, and she saw her value, so she was valuing herself and saw her friend that, no, I need to show you how value works. And that touched me. I hope that video touched you. I'm gonna wrap it up. Remember, self-value. Understanding that you have to value yourself for others to value you. And that the relationships will heal when you start valuing yourself. You are a diamond and nobody could take your priceless. God made you unique. You are unique because God made you a certain way and no one could take that away from you. This has been The Ref Reel. Thank you, and I hope to talk to you soon. Enjoy.